Hi, Megan.
Hi.
Say congratulations for becoming the CGA's Rising Star for 2024. We're
Yeah,
really
crazy.
having
Well, thank you.
a day. Congrats. So I suppose this is just a quick cash chat for everyone to get to know you and just to kind of go, okay, where did it all start? Who are you? Where did,
Yeah, who am I?
where did you grow up? And what got you in the biz? Like, how
Oh,
did it all start?
yeah, all the juicy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm still on that journey of like, who am I? But I'm a little Western suburbs gal. Grew up in like first Lakemba, then Guildford, and then Toongabbie.
Wow.
So like, she's rough as all hell. Can't get it out of me. What else?
Yeah, so what with your family? Who did you grow up with?
Yeah, I grew up with my mum and dad.
Yep.
And then when we moved out to Guildford, it was like everyone was there. Like I grew up with all my family, all like my mum's side of the family, my whole life. Like we were just in each other's lives, which is just so nice. I'm very, 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 very lucky to have grown up with just all my aunties and uncles and my nana who just like really solidified that I could dream big. You know what I mean? Like they liked little weird Meg trying to get the Christmas decorations to make skirts to entertain people. Like they really, really encouraged it, which is just, I'm very, very blessed.
So lucky. And
Mm.
they weren't obviously in the business.
No, so my uncle was, my mum's sister, my auntie, was Jimmy Little,
Okay.
who was the loveliest human ever. And I remember when I was 14 and I'd started doing drama at high school, and I really, really liked it, but it wasn't a career option, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, oh no, this is something that you could do for the rest of your life. It was just like a hobby. And he sat me down and he was like, if you're gonna do this, you've got to be all in. And I went, ooh, that's a bit scary. I'm 14. What do you mean? But he was right.
Yeah.
If you want to do this, you got to be all in.
Yeah.
And it really stuck with me. And it was like the first person that went, okay, I'm going to level with you and have this proper talk, which was just, I'm again very lucky to grow up with people that
Wow.
are first of their wave of like breaking boundaries and going, even if there's no room for you, make space, which was just
And
come from a whole bunch of rebels. And,
were you a singer at all? Like, did you sing like Jimmy? No. And no one in the family was singers as well.
I am not a singer. I mean, he did take me around with him to sing, and it wasn't a good time. Oftentimes, I would just my family would always bring up this moment when I bring up my dead bird with my uncle because he'd be like, "And now, Meg, you sing the rest of the song." And I was like, "My bird died," so not a singer, but I guess always good with timing.
And storytelling. I suppose that was like composing or singing and acting, storytelling. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So he was the big influence and your family were really supportive. And from
all of them.
You,
all of them. Like my aunt was a poet. Like we'd be surrounded by music all the time and just like arts and old movies and like it'd be all of us watching it, you know? Like I think my whole family has a really big soft spot for art. Like I think we're just drawn to it. And I went, let me make a career out of it, please.
You have. And you have.
Yeah.
So you then went to drama school? You applied for drama school?
Oh, yeah. So I graduated high school. My dad was very, very, very sick. I became his like main carer. And old high school had this whole plan of being like, you work here part-time and then we'll get you into uni and then you'll come back and you can be an English teacher and then you can teach drama. And I was going, oh God, I don't know. And then my dad passed away when I was 19. And I went, well, I've got to try. I've got to try, because I literally thought I was staring down the thing that I didn't want to do. So I went, well, I've got to try the thing that I do want to do. So I went to Eora College, which is in Redfern, and did a 1-year course there. I met one of my best friends, who I still am like very lucky to have found. And then from there, someone told me about the Aboriginal Theatre WAPA course, which is another year. And I went, oh, okay, if I'm committed to this, I've got to make the big move. And then got into that, went over and just didn't look back. Did that 1-year course and then did the 3-year bachelor in acting, which, like, I have no regrets doing it. And then 2015 graduated and have hit the road running.
Amazing. Good for you. And so what's your most memorable job from that? You know, the best job you've done, I suppose, since drama school.
Oh,
9 years now working.
Yeah. I mean, they've all got a super soft, I've got a super soft spot for all of them, because I just want them all to win. And I've been very lucky in the roles that I've gotten. They all kind of walk in different worlds. Like Ziggy from Mystery Road could never have met Fran from Gold Diggers. You know what I mean? Like, they're total polar opposites. But each one has kind of helped me get to know myself a bit better and, like, expand and, like, stretch out and go, oh, what can I do? I mean, Fran from Gold Diggers, being an Aboriginal person doing a French accent in the 1800s, being the, like, top rich bitch in those dresses. I mean, I'm a sucker for fashion. You know what I mean? Like, Fran had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun with Fran, but I also had a lot of fun with Ziggy. In all of them, but I'm going to say Fran.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I'm going to go with her.
And you're working now. You've just finished a comedy series. Yeah. And I think that's going well. I've been really great at dramatic roles as well as comedy. I mean, you have to do both was incredible. So, you know, congrats on that.
Thank you. Because I feel like a lot of the time, people don't take comedy seriously, whereas it's just as much, maybe even more so, of, like, finding the music.
Yeah.
So that, like, seriousness that you take from, like, drama, you apply to comedy as well. And I think that's a nice balance that I've been able to find.
Definitely.
Which is
it's the rhythms, isn't it? The rhythms and the kind of beats and the kind of finding the funny within the line, which not people can do. I mean, it's difficult. Comedy is really, really difficult to find moments. So, you know, it's a real achievement. Well done.
I always
sorry, no, keep no. Yeah, tell me.
No, I was just going to say, I always, when people ask me about comedy, I always say you've got to just believe it.
Yeah,
you can get away with nearly anything in comedy as long as you believe it.
Yeah.
As long as you go, there's no other option. As long as it's grounded, truthful.
Yeah.
You do what you like.
Yeah. So I suppose for young actors coming through the biz now, coming through, sort of what's the kind of rewards of acting and challenges of the business that or that, you know, you might be able to give advice to younger actors?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's still a process for me that, you know, every kind of audition I'm finding myself and going, okay, it's just like whatever happens, whatever doesn't. It's a whole process, but I think it's about really believing in yourself. I think sometimes drama schools can tell us that we've got to fit a certain mold when we're presenting ourselves to people within our industry. And I don't believe that at all. Because if I had to fit a mold, I wouldn't be working, you know what I mean? And I think there's nothing more interesting that you can put in a self-tape that no one else can do except yourself. So I think always keep in mind your brain, your process, because I think we're all so unique. And that's, I feel like, what people are looking for is like, what does this person bring to this character, rather than trying to fulfill what someone wants. You know what I mean? I think that makes it easier in the process, because there's a lot of rejection of just going, okay, well, I didn't fit it then. And that's so fine. And you walk away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rather than trying to cut yourself into that cookie mold.
Yeah, well, you can't. You can only be your authentic self and interpret the material the way that you're going to interpret it, and then present it that way. So
Yes.
that's the only way you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about rejection, how do you cope with rejection? I'm obviously doing a lot of self-tests, a lot of work, and then you get some, you win some, you lose some. How do you rejection, if you particularly want it as well, or, you know, because it is about presenting yourself and your piece of work, and it's a no, for instance. How do you kind of deal with that?
I mean, you know, there's some roles that come along that you go, oh, I just want to sink my teeth into. But I think there's got to be a little ritual once you put a self-tape down or do an audition, where you walk out of the room and go, whew, I've got to leave it there. I can't think about it. I've got to just keep moving on. And if they come to me, then, oh my God, great. But it's almost like I've got to forget about it for a second, just to trick myself into not going crazy, because you would just be like, am I going to get this one? Am I going to get this one? Am I going to get this one? Whereas I think it's a little bit chiller than that. You know what I mean? And I think giving myself a little bit more faith to kind of like walk away and go, you know what? I think that was a good one. Or honestly, I didn't nail that. It didn't feel good. So let's just leave it. Because I think if you think about it too much, you just
go crazy.
Yeah. And just, I don't think it helps.
Yeah, I suppose. So you're a writer as well, aren't you? So can you fall back? I mean, do you enjoy writing as well as acting? Is it something you could fall back on, or not fall back on, but if the acting dried up, you'd be just as satisfied expressing yourself by writing or poetry or...
Acting's my first love, I think. I think she's my I'd follow you to the end of the earth. And I love writing as well, but I think writing is me kind of working out myself, whereas I think I just have so much fun with acting. I love playing pretend. I love it so much. But if, you know, push came to the shove, I think I'd write myself something to act in. So I'd come back being like, not yet.
Yeah, we just do a one-woman show and then tour it for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
I suppose, I was just looking at my questions. You know, who do you admire in the industry and who you'd like to work with, or who you admire in the industry?
I'm so blessed with the people that I have around me. I have such a great community of artists that I get so inspired by. I mean, I can't look past Shari Sebens. I think Shari Sebens has one of the biggest hearts in our industry, and just like watching her go from strength to strength and uplifting voices is just, I'm so blessed that I got a front row ticket. Rachel House, who I'm currently working with, has I've been obsessed with her for a very long time. Elaine Crombie, again, huge heart, and just like big performer, like and Heather Mitchell, like obsessed. I'm so lucky that I get to just witness these women and go, oh, I kind of want to follow in your footsteps. And they're making it so easy to do so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're going, door is open, babe. Come, which I think is so special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great choices. They're great.
Yeah. Well, I think so too.
Great. Well, last question. If you had to have a dinner party and invite, dead or alive, legends you'd want to be with, who would you invite for dinner?
Oh my gosh.
Have to be film stars or, directors or any of that sort of stuff. Anyone that inspires you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Fun, yeah.
There's going to be a whole vibe of people that are just going to get invites, but like the 3 guests that I'm like, guys, these people are coming, so you've got to come to dinner as well. I've always loved Gene Wilder. Always. I think he's a huge influence on who I am as a performer because he just goes there. And he's just always so incredible. Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
I think that would be so far so good. So far, yeah, this is a good dinner party.
Yeah, that'd be great together.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, the conversation's going well. I can just sit back and watch. Then the third one, oh my God, who's it going to be? Oh, okay, I'm going to do a 1.5. So I'm going to do like Robin Williams as well.
Yeah.
Because I just think he has this balance as well of like drama, comedy. Yeah. Like, obsessed, miss him every day. And then I'm going to shout out Miss Piggy because she's an icon. She's funny. And I just think I would learn so much from her. Her confidence, her audacity. Like I've always loved Miss Piggy.
Amazing. Yeah. Bold.
Yeah.
And also all those characters have got huge hearts, big pathos, funny and and then a big heart. So, well, you're talking about yourself, Megan, like that.
What is this, therapy?
No, it's just a fangirling you. Well, look, I'm really, really proud and it's wonderful to have you on board with the, CGA, this Rising Stars this year, and wish you all the best and can't wait to celebrate with you,
Yeah, I know, I can't wait either.
Yeah.
I'm so honoured. I just want to say when I found out, I cried.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, we all think you're incredibly talented and really excited for you this year. So thank you so much.
Thank you.